to Gribble Walk to a Gribble Walk channel update. And there's one, and I don't do these. I don't do these this often anymore. But oh well. So today I decided, you know what? Because I got there's other works going on and stuff. I decided I could actually reopen my Patreon page. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong one too. Oh, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not fine. It's actually no, it's the correct one. Ignore this. But I decided to reopen my Patreon page because, well, I do need the money, and you don't have to give any, of course. I'll survive regardless. I'll just be on disability. But besides that, um, or I mean, basically, it's gonna be rocky until you take off, or you take off, or you take off. It's or the channel gets more than what the channel has already gotten. What you all have already given me, of course. But it's not $3 a month. We not only get it if it goes to $100, which it's $100 every 2 years, more or less. It's just not gonna work with the medical bills and everything else that life requires. It's just not going to work. If my grandparents were to pass away. Um, I mean, of course, I could live with my parents and my sister again. I could, of course, still do this, but on the limited internet plan, I would not be no multiplayer, only single player, and maybe a video a day would be too much too. I'll definitely do more. There's other works then, but still, it would be bad. Um, so I as a physical human being would be fine, but the channel would be dead. So that's why I have the honorarium, which again I'm not relating it to the channel in any way because it's not. And if to me it feels odd to connect your business with Patreon. Yes, I think those words sound odd. Now that I said them out loud, but it feels odd for me to connect Green and Blue to Patreon in particular. So I have it as my own honorarium, which, if you do not know, the U.S. president gets an honorarium. The honorarium for U.S. president started as, "If you're okay, sir, we can pay you," and then expanded. If it's okay, sir, we can give you services so you can live and not be poor. And then it was like, "Okay, sir, we can pay you a salary, give you services, and stuff like that," because the original proposition about being president was you can be president. It's awesome, right? Um, and that's what this honorarium started as well, was if you simply wanted to donate every month, you could. Um, Instead of donating strictly through PayPal, which was the only other thing I was doing at the time. It was this and Patreon, which I did. I missed it on Patreon about a year ago, a year or two ago. But anyway, so then I started doing Dear's other works. It started with my books, and then the games, which is not done yet. You can't buy this, and then the arts, which I finally started making arts, which you can buy. So there are arts you can buy now. So if you want to donate this way by purchasing prints or by purchasing the book. By the way, I probably get more money out of the prints, to be fair. This is the lowest you can physically make and still make it available for shops. I don't think I can tell you the actual amount I make, but I don't. It's not nearly that much. Um, but anyway, so like the most efficient thing is, if you want to support me, is direct donation through PayPal, Patreon, or getting a print from Deviant Art. Um, so here we are again. Now with Patreon, I decided to find benefits such as a direct line. You get exclusive. I hate those words, but I have to say them. Uh, I mean, in order to do Patreon, you have to make things exclusive, or else it don't work. So, in Patreon, I have a direct line where it's only available to Patreon backers, and maybe other people who win contests and whatnot, because I don't want to make it exclusive as much as because I hate those words. I hate those words so much. Uh, so, in order to make it not exclusive, make it accessible exclusive, it's going to be, well, obviously $1 donation, as well as you may be able to win access in contests and stuff like that. So yeah. So if you can't afford to be a Patreon, one day you could probably win access. So yeah. I might do Q&As later in the future as well, when I get more settled in my current nonsense that I am doing. My current nonsense? Yeah, nonsense. But anyway. So yeah, so for the first tier, you get Discord access. For the second tier, you get early access to nonsense. You get arts a week early, so I will refuse to update. I will only upload. Basically, I'll make a ton of art, and then upload them a week from when I made them. I will basically, when I get done with the art piece, I'll upload it to my Google Drive. When I upload it to my Google Drive, it will be uploaded to the Patreon backing thing, which you'll get a message with when you get this tier. So on that message, you'll get the link to the Google Drive. You get a link to the folder, not the public one, but you get a link to the Patreon one. And the Patreon one is going to have all of the stuff, depending on what it is. Art is a week ahead, and novel chapters are a month ahead. So when I get done with a novel chapter, writing it, not editing it, so you can help me edit. If you want to actually help me edit, please go ahead. But when I get done with the novel edit, I will upload it to the Patreon. And when I upload the chapter, when I finish a chapter, I'll upload it to the Patreon Google Drive, and then I'll upload it to a month later. I'll upload it to the public one, the Green&Blue public one. So everyone can help me edit, because I don't want to log that out either. Also, you'll get game releases. You also get game releases, not game versions. I don't. Game versions is not going to make sense to do it as a Patreon exclusive, fortunately, jeez. It will not make sense to do it for a Patreon exclusive. So what I'm doing with the game is, when I finally finish it, so each edition, when I finally finish it, Patreon gets a month ahead. And then I'll actually release the physical versions. So basically, the Patreons get the digital copy a month ahead when the game's finally released. Everyone can play every version up to it, but only Patreons can play the actual final release a month ahead. But anyway, and then I'll release it on Amazon self-print like this book. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I am working on other tiers. I have no idea when they'll be done, but as you can see, this is GM or GMBer, Peacer. There's going to be Low Commander, Mid Commander, and High Commander. Low Commander is going to be $5 and get you access to 2. I'll ship out 2 prints. I'll ship out 2 prints. I say those words, but the thing is about saying those words is I don't got the time to do that. So I would have to ask someone to do it for me, and give him a cut, of course. So I could ask my dad, but that's about the only person I can ask. Haven't asked him yet. So I'm not even thinking about actually having a tier, because I can't follow through that tier reliably. So basically, and also I don't have enough art anyway to fulfill that tier anyway. Because I only got, how many do I got that you can actually buy? By you, I mean also me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I only got 4. So this is only good for, so basically my current output's only good for 2 months. because I'll send you like this one, and I'll send you these two. I'll send you these two, and then I'll send you these two. But yeah, and of course I'm pairing up two because $5 does not pay for a piece, only for one. So I want to give you more than just what you're actually. I want to make it. I want to give you. I want to give you a reason why you actually buy monthly. Now I think what would be a better strategy, at least in the short term, is instead of giving you pick of two arts, is instead giving you. Instead giving you a discount on Deviant Art, Amazon, and Amazon again when for the games. I unfortunately don't know how to do either of those things, so yeah, never mind. Patreon is very limited in how it does things, unfortunately. And so is DeviantArt, and so is Amazon. Amazon is very open to what you can do, but it still has shortcomings, like you can't discount your book, or you can't give discounts to your book, or make free versions of your books. You can with Kindle, can't do it with your book. You can't do it with physical books. It's so weird. But anyway. So yeah, and then Mid Commander for $10 is a free book every month. That's gonna be another thing where I don't have enough books. I only got one. I had enough books in me. I'm working. I mean, I started work on a lot. I started working on like 4 books already, but I can only release basically 1 or 2 a year. So it will take a few years for me to have enough content for that to be viable. Again, a discount would be fantastic, but that's not what you can get. Like a discount on all of the stuff, and you get better discount, the higher tier. That would be fantastic, but unfortunately I can't do that because I'm too knowledgeable about the systems. If I'm on store, that'd be another thing. But I don't have my own store. I'm using everyone else's, so that's an issue. And finally the high commander, you get a free game every month, and that's gonna take a while. I mean, I'm gonna have tons of additions going bam 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 once I get banging them out as soon as I get the first one done. I'll only have so many additions, and then I'm going to have to give out pieces and stuff like that, so it's going to diminish the value in it. And then giving exclusive pieces would not be a good idea either. So those tiers just don't make sense to actually ship out physical things for me. Giving discounts, I think, would make sense because the max tier is $15. So if you get that, and then it's like, I want to say 30% off of everything I do, I would think would be fair. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do that, so yeah. So we got these 2 tiers. Long story short, we got 2 tiers. So if you want to support the channel more directly than actually buying one of my books or one of my prints, then you can do Patreon, and you get early releases, not early access. Everyone has early access, but you have early release. So you get early release to arts, novels, and games. I need to add the game thing down there, but that's fine. But anyway, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate you watching this video. And by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, the first Patreon died or failed so hard, which kind of made me do the other things because it makes more sense for me to make content than ask people for money and expect that to happen, especially with my small viewer count. But anyway. Alright, so anyway, I hope you're interested in this at least. But if you're not, again, it doesn't matter. Just watching these videos, or looking at the arts, or reading the books, reading the digital copies, or playing the game digitally, is great on its own right. Thank you all who decide to check out my content every single day. I do appreciate it. Thank you again, and yeah, that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.